So, yeah, Black Ops 2, pretty fun video game, if I say so myself. In my humble opinion, I think it's the greatest Call of Duty game ever made. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, no, MW2 is the greatest, and man, you're wrong, I'm sorry, but you're just not right about that. I think MW2 is the most overrated Call of Duty ever made. It's not a bad game, by all means, but it's a very broken game. I spend more time getting angry on that game than actually having fun. It's a very frustrating game. Maybe in like the early days, it was probably fun, like back in its prime, before everyone knew the strats on how to just get noob tubes, spawn nukes. I don't really know where I'm going with that point. Pretty much it's a broken game is what I'm trying to say. But Black Ops 2, man, I feel like it's pretty balanced. I think it's the most balanced Call of Duty as a whole. Apart from like Target Finder, LSAT, that's kind of not fair, but we're not talking about that today. When people ask me, why do I think Black Ops 2 is the best game? I always say when I look at the best games, I look at the campaign, the special ops or zombies mode, and the multiplayer. I never just look at one mode. And to me, I think Black Ops 2 just it had a great campaign, great storyline. You know, I enjoyed it. It was great. Zombies, apart from like Black Ops 1 zombies, maybe, it's probably the best zombies. Origins, Mob of the Dead, and I'm gonna say it, Transit. Transit is a great map. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not here for the Transit hate. Transit is a great map. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, the zombies on that game is phenomenal. It's great. And multiplayer. What I would do to go back and relive Black Ops 2 Prime. I mean, it was the first time we ever got like DLC camos, a DLC gun, the Peacekeeper. Do you guys remember that? I remember the day that came out and everyone was using it. You could not get in a game where someone wasn't using the Peacekeeper. Man, it was so fresh at the time though. So weird how like everything's just changed. The camo grind was so fun. I remember grinding for Diamond. Man, I don't think I've ever had that much fun ever. Grinding for Diamond was so fun, especially in like the early days of Black Ops 2 before people actually knew Diamond was a thing. Man, it was so fun. There was like talks about a secret camo. No one was really sure though. But yeah, man, what a time to be alive. Greatest Call of Duty ever made. I don't care what anyone says. I also think the maps are the best maps we have ever seen. Apart from Aftermath, that is the only bad map. Every other map is great. Hijack, Standoff, Slums, Carrier, Nuketown 2025, Turbine, Studio, like there's not a bad map on Black Ops 2. When I look at MW2, High Rise, Terminal, and Rust are like the only good maps. Every other map kinda sucks. I don't even want to talk about Estate. That is the worst map in Call of Duty history. I don't want to hear it. So yeah, my point is, I think Black Ops 2 is just the most balanced game. We saw the best maps. And actually, I probably would say it's my favorite zombies. I love Black Ops and I love Black Ops Zombies, but I think Black Ops 2 Zombies is better. I feel bad if you guys wasn't around to witness Black Ops 2 in its prime. Let me know in the comments actually. Were you around when it was in its prime in 2012, 2013? Let me know. Because if you wasn't, I'm genuinely sorry. The trolling community, the sniping, trickshotting, league play, like everything was at its peak. I mean, it probably wasn't actually at its peak. For me, it felt like it was. Man, I need a sip of tea. Hold up. Oh yeah, some good stuff. Make sure you guys grab your cup of tea, by the way. Cup of coffee. Either one is fine. Also, make sure you subscribe. I would really appreciate that. This channel has been kind of fun lately. I guess I caught up on the YouTube game, you know, trying to optimize the editing, thumbnails, titles, and all that stuff. It's kind of fun just to press record and just yap for a bit. So, I love this channel. It's so fun. But yeah, I also want to mention, and this is probably a very unpopular, slightly controversial opinion, but MW3, I'm not even going to say a better game. I'm going to say a much better game than MW2. I'm gonna say it. Mainly Infected. That was the greatest game mode of all time. No other game could perfect Infected either. MW3 was the only game where it was actually fun. Every other game tried it and it sucked. I would sit on that all day. It was weird. That's all I done. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, Black Ops 2 is number one. It will always be my number one game ever. But MW3, man, that is like right underneath it. It just felt like a more balanced MW2. MW2 was just so, like, crazy every single game. Every single game, you would get someone sitting in spawn, noob tubing, one-man army, getting killed by someone using painkiller. And it was also a very loud game. I don't know if, like, that makes sense, but it was very loud. It used to stress me out. Just the kill streaks going off all the time, like, it used to stress me out, man. But yeah, I would say MW3, right under BO2. I would say, like, MW2 is probably, like, number 5. So, let's see. BO2, number 1, obviously. Greatest Call of Duty. Greatest video game of all time. Number 2, I would say MW3. And number 3, I would say, like, I want to say, like, Black Ops, maybe. That game had a great multiplayer, and zombies was pretty fun. So, I'd say Black Ops is, like, number 3. Number 4, I would say, like, BO3 maybe, and then number 5 MW2. But yeah, let me know in the comments your top 5 favorite Call of Duty games ever. I'm actually kind of curious to see your guys' list. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping before I say something that's gonna trigger everyone. I talk about this a lot on stream and people get very angry. People will die for MW2. They love that game. I get why. I'm not saying it's a bad game. Not all. It's definitely fun. Definitely better than the games we get now anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video there. Appreciate you listening, and I'll see you probably not tomorrow. I don't know when I'll upload again. We'll see though. Take care, everyone.